Gotta give me just a little bit of what you got. Am I recording this? Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. I am YouTube's Carcinoma Killer coming to you live from TAFF Studios. I have to stay quiet because I'm filming this late at night. It's almost 2 in the morning, and I'm not the only one who lives here, so we gotta keep things low. Except for my voice. I never fully went through puberty, so that's why it's so high-pitchy and annoying. Alright, so I just wanted to discuss a few topics with you this evening because I feel we're close enough that we should be able to spend the evening together. Just you and me. Hi. You look nice. You too, ladies. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to call this episode another late-breaking news segment or late-night ramblings. Pretty sure you know what the title is because you clicked on it, you're watching it. And thanks. Back to you in the studio, Bob. Okay, I'm going to level with you. I've been debating whether or not I should even discuss this topic, because so many people have already discussed it, but you know what? Frack it. We're talking about it. The Duck Tales Reboot. I'm just going to go right into it. I loved the reboot. I think it's awesome. I already watched the first episode several times. Odds are you have too. And normally this would be the part in the video where I say, hey, if you haven't seen it yet, don't worry. The link's down in the description below. Except for one small problem. You've already seen it repeatedly, as I said earlier. So there's no need. It's probably already in your favorites list. It's in mine. Now, even though I just said I love the episode, I do have a few concerns. First off, Webby. She's very much like Mabel from Gravity Falls. You know, I mean, I love Mabel, but it's just really weird to see a duck version of Mabel. But, you know, I'll probably get used to it, fall in love with it. And yes, I as well cannot get the main theme song out of my head. It just gets in there and it's stuck. I feel your pain. And of course, everybody's already dissected the episode piece by piece. They've already pointed out all the Easter eggs on Webby's board as well as in the garage itself. My personal favorite Easter egg? Well, Webby's old doll stuck to the wall with an arrow through it. I like the way that sounded. We're keeping that take. So that was my personal favorite Easter egg. But the one thing that really bothered me while watching the first episode and no one really talks about is in the opening scene where Launchpad McQuack is actually driving Scrooge back to his manor. There's this weird guy just hanging out of the sunroof of a yellow, it looks like a VW bug. It's really weird. I don't know, I think maybe I've been conditioned by watching Gravity Falls to notice every small detail pointed out, remember it, because it's going to come back later on. So is that going to come back later on? I don't know. I saw it. It bothered me. No one else is talking about it except for me. Go me. Something new to talk about in the Duck Tales Reboot. So once again, I love the new series. Mrs. Beakley is a badass character now. Oh, I swore. So Mrs. Beakley is super cool. That's much more family friendly to say. Whereas in the old series, she was very much almost like Aunt Bee from Mayberry in the old Andy Griffith show. She just constantly ran around like, oh, Mr. Scrooge, oh. I wasn't too big on that. Thank goodness they changed Webby. Everybody said she's so annoying. Uncle Scrooge. Yeah, I never found her that annoying. She was annoying, just not that annoying. After all, Webby, in the first episodes of the original DuckTales cartoon, dressed up as a penguin to break out the rest of her family, so she had her usefulness. Let's move on to the next topic. I picked a weird shirt to wear for this episode. Well, the way the jacket's cut, it looks like my shirt says Mon, but it's actually an old Ramones shirt. I've actually had this shirt since high school, I think. Just looks weird. It looks like it says Mon. Sorry, I got distracted. Moving on. Now, of course, the second topic I want to cover this evening is, of course, the alleged Darkwing Duck reboot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. So let's get dangerous. I just really wanted to say his catchphrase. I'm not going to lie, I just wanted to say that at least once in one of these videos. And of course, during a special event, the team behind the new Duck Tales Reboot actually offered an image of Darkwing Duck, drawn in the same style as the new rebooted Duck Tales series, standing right next to the Ratcatcher. That's his motorcycle, by the way. Now, I know a lot of people are super excited that there's finally going to be a brand new Darkwing Duck rebooted. Now, here are my honest thoughts on that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not at all. Please, Look, I love Darkwing Duck. I grew up in the 90s. I remember the Disney afternoon block. I remember watching the original DuckTales. I remember watching Aladdin, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Gargoyles. I used to watch these shows growing up. Now, Disney, if you're going to reboot any series, as much as I love Darkwing Duck, I don't want to see it rebooted yet. Now, here's why. And yes, I know in the first episode of the DuckTales, well, the rebooted one, it's really weird saying that now that I'm thinking about it. But in the brand new DuckTales series, there is a scene where somebody mentions St. Canard. And of course, as any child who grew up in the 90s knows, that's the hometown of Darkwing Duck himself. Now, I'm not saying don't reboot the series. I'm just saying don't do it yet. Only because the original creator of Darkwing Duck has actually stated that Darkwing Duck and DuckTales take place in two very different universes. And of course, there are certain times where each universe kind of bled into each other. After all, Launchpad McQuack actually stated he remembers working for Scrooge McDuck, and Gizmo Duck made a few appearances in Darkwing Duck. Yeah, that happened. And I think that's the main reason I don't want to see a Darkwing Duck reboot yet. Because I did like the dynamic between Launchpad McQuack and DW himself. I thought it was, they worked off of each other so well. Launchpad McQuack is a goofy fellow, but he has a heart of gold and always does what he thinks is right. And Darkwing Duck is, well, he's narcissistic. And I always thought, I found that show hilarious. If they do reboot the series, I definitely hope they get Jim Cummings back, because he's the only guy who could do Darkwing Duck. Hands down, he's the only one. Jim Cummings is a god. And you heard it here first, folks. So reboot Tailspin. I think that would be awesome. It'd be great. Not only that, but with Zootopia being a surprising smash hit, you can actually do cross-promotion. Think about it, Disney. You can actually have Judy Hopps talking to Baloo the pilot. How awesome would that be? And then you'd have Nick actually talking to Don Carnal himself. Look at that. I just gave you story ideas, Disney. Take them. Use them. Tailspin. Reboot it. Please. And thank you. Alright, and just like the last time I did a video like this, let's keep the Disney train rolling. Notice I say that a lot. So the next topic I want to discuss is, of course, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. That's right, Star Wars Episode 8, coming soon to a movie theater near you. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you, because we have that kind of relationship, you and I. You too, ladies. So I haven't seen the new Star Wars: The Last Jedi trailer as of this video. And if I have it my way, I'm never going to see any of those trailers. I want to go in completely blind to this movie. I don't want to be surprised. I don't want to hear any fan theories that are going on. Really, I'm like a horse with the little blinders on, just going like, nope, no Star Wars here. I'm going to keep on moving. So I don't click on anything that says Star Wars because I don't want to accidentally hear anything, see anything. And I already know fan theories are going wild and crazy. I already know that. Look, I just want to enjoy the movie. And people are already being negative about it based on the trailer. Now, do I feel it's going to be a terrible movie? I mean, it'll have its moments, just like any movie. In any good movie, there's of course negative points. Don't believe me? Watch Cinema Sins on YouTube. I'm serious. And of course, that's a free shout out to the Cinema Sins channel on YouTube. Not asking for anything in return, except maybe a box of cookies. I'm easy to please. Just give me cookies. I'll sell out for cookies. So like I said, I'm avoiding everything Star Wars because the last time I didn't avoid everything Star Wars, I found out about Han Solo's death before I ever went in to see Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Not going to happen this time. No, sir. I'm avoiding everything. No fan theories, no nothing. Going in blind. While we're on the subject of fan theories, I have my own. Okay, now listen. I know I already said I don't want to hear any fan theories, but you clicked on this video. I want you to hear mine because I'm afraid it might be true, but I'm pretty sure I'm completely wrong. So let's get into it. Kylo Ren is actually Luke Skywalker's son. I know, it's so stupid it might be true. Alright, so here's my theory. I'm starting to think maybe, just maybe, Luke Skywalker had a child, Kylo Ren, obviously, and since he didn't feel like he'd be a good parent to the child, he actually gave Kylo Ren to Han Solo and Leia, and they raised the child as their own. And of course, the more I think about this theory, the more I'm afraid it's right. After all, Kylo Ren killed Han Solo rather easily, even though he was his dad. But like I said, that's just a theory. Don't take that to the bank. Don't, you can write fan fiction about it, that's fine. Write all the fanfic you want about Kylo Ren actually being a Skywalker. The more I think about it, the more it does kind of add up that Kylo Ren is Luke's real son. I mean, after all, Kylo Ren had access to Darth Vader's mask. But I don't think Vader could pass on a dark side gene. But then again, Star Wars does exist in a universe where midichlorians exist. Thanks, George Lucas. Man, John Tron was right about you. You are a toad. Big fan, though. Thank you for Star Wars. Alright, and that's going to do it for me here at TAFF Studios. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, because remember, only beautiful people subscribe to this channel. I'm not bragging, but I got really pretty fans. All 2 of you. Thanks, Mom. As always, I am YouTube's Carcinoma Killer. Thank you for watching, and remember, we've come too far to give up who we are, so let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. Have a good day, everybody.